Alrighty, I think we're going to get started here. Welcome, everyone. Let's get our panelists on here. Alrighty, great. Hi, guys. Everyone, welcome to MessageGears, retail messaging that works, sending better, more personalized marketing campaigns. And we're going to get going here. So, we're going to start off with some introductions. My name is Danielle Profita Briner. I'm the product marketing manager here, and I'm going to let the guys introduce themselves.
Hey, I'm Jeff Hawes, senior marketing manager.
Hey, and I'm Luke Ambrosetti. I'm on our solutions engineering team.
Okay, awesome. Great we can all be in one place. Thank you, Zoom or GoToWebinar. Great to see you guys. Okay, so we're going to roll through an agenda really quickly, and then we're going to get going. So what are we going to go over today? I just wanted to give a special welcome to some of our brands that are on here. We have some amazing clients. We have some amazing MessageGears employees hopping on here just to hang with us. And we have some amazing prospective clients who just want to see what MessageGears is all about. And we're going to focus on the benefits of personalized marketing, how MessageGears specially shows you personalized marketing and relevance at scale, how we can help with your marketing today, and how retail marketers need to send great campaigns. We live right alongside your data, which you're going to see here in a minute, and our differentiator really speaks for itself. So, and then Luke will take it away with a product demo because we all know you are dying to see that. We saved the best for the last. So to get the party started, we're going to kick it off with a poll. So for you all who are new here today, and for some of you who just came on, you know, participate just to flatter me. What is your biggest personalization challenge? So I'm going to launch this poll here in the GoToWebinar and give you guys a few seconds to select your answers. So a lot of good results rolling in here. Give you guys just a couple more seconds. A lot of difficult options here. So you may have difficulties building campaigns, difficulties with your data access or your disorganized data, or just general frustration with customer service on a platform you may be using today, or all of the above. So we're gonna close the poll here in just a few seconds. Everyone, you're all done voting? Okay. All right, so we're gonna share the results. It looks like we have a lot of all of the above, 33%. We have a lot of even distribution here, which I personally love. But you know, a lot of you are seeing campaign building tools to difficult to use. We're going to go over our MessageGears segment, which is similar to an audience builder, even better. And then you have disorganized data. So another thing that we're awesome with helping with. So, and then for all of you abovers, you're in the right place as well. So just to get started here, I'm going to hand it over to Jeff Hawes.
Yeah, thank you, Danny. Yeah, so every email marketer knows how intensely competitive retail is, particularly now. I mean, there are so many options. Every consumer has a ton of options to be able to spend their money, and it is essential that you're able to keep pace with the competitors if you're going to hit your quarterly goals, and that is never more important than what we're 3 weeks into the most important quarter for virtually every retail marketer out there. So I know retail marketers are kind of going, you know, how do we stand out? It's incredibly competitive. What can we do to kind of differentiate ourselves? And one of the things that, you know, certainly close to our heart and what we like to help with is keeping your cross-channel communication highly targeted and personalized to the individual that you're sending it to. If you don't stay relevant to your consumer, your customers who you're communicating with in their email, mobile push, SMS, if you don't stay relevant to them, you can guarantee one of your competitors at the enterprise level is going to do it. And that's where the dollars are going to go in Q4. If you can't stay relevant, somebody else is going to take that place for you.
100%. I couldn't agree more. As the retail shopper here, I would say the head retail, the big shopper in this group would be me. I'm just mass deleting emails. Like if it's not really sticking out, it's just not catching my attention. And it definitely plays a part into where my dollars are spent. I only buy online. So you got to make sure, Danielle, there is a sale, limited time only. But more importantly, let's talk about how MessageGears is going to get you there into my inbox. So direct data access with MessageGears. We're going to talk about today, Luke's going to show you, but on the left here, you can see your data warehouse. We can live right alongside your data, whether it's in a modern data warehouse or not. We give you access just with an easy SQL query. Your IT team can set it up, and like within minutes, MessageGears can be up and running with your data, and you can be sending campaigns to your audiences. So what does that mean? Number one, access. So your IT team sets it up. You're able to see your data in real time in MessageGears. So if I just made a purchase and you want to send me a thank you, or if I abandoned my cart and you want to send me an abandoned cart email, that is immediate. There's no waiting for your data to sync. There's no copying. Number two, activation. MessageGears lets you activate and really take your segments that you make in MessageGears segment, which is our segmentation tool, and activate on any channel that you need. So Facebook, Google Ads, Twitter, anything that LiveRamp is connected to, any integration that you may be using, we can work with you. Number three, execution. So using other tools. So you may have an ESP. We can easily connect to that. Do you want to use MessageGears Message, which is our ESP? Even better. You'll have everything in one spot. And then you can send your mobile marketing campaigns massively at scale, not to mention using all of your data in real time, which is part of MessageGears' biggest value problem. So, Jeff.
Yeah, and so that data access, many of the world's biggest retail brands already are trusting MessageGears to provide them with the access that Danny talked about, and they're sending billions of emails and push and SMS every single year. Our three products, Segment, Message, Engage, are all built with that principle in mind, that we want to help you send better, more personalized messaging, the campaigns that will allow you to stand out in the inbox using that direct data access that the other platforms in the market can't really give to you.
Yeah, definitely. We see that all the time. People will come to us and say, we heard that you do this, can you show us? And the great people on Luke Ambrosetti's team are able to do that. So we're going to go over two use cases today. The first one is showing the power of personalization and using customer behavior. So like I said, someone like me, all of you are tracking my my behavior with your brand interaction all the time. So you want to make sure you're targeting people like me, people that are new customers, people that may have interacted with your brand. You want to reel them back in. And then use case number two, we're going to look at prioritizing offers within an existing template. So you want to offer a different type of offer to a different type of person, or you want to send them a message based on their channel preference. We're going to be able to see all of that in the product. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Mr. Ambrosetti here.
Thank you, Danielle.
All right, let's see. There you are.
Perfect. And that should do it. All right, so let's get started. So for this first use case, we're actually going to use our wonderful City Glory brand here. The first use case being, using that real-time data to power personalization. So we're going to look in this first scenario. We're actually going to do two scenarios of that. The first scenario, we're going to just use our core message product, message without segment or engage, and then and that's going to be this abandoned cart scenario here. And then the second part of this use case, we're actually going to dive in of a kind of more easy message plus engage kind of combination of showing you how you can use engage without having all of the data that you might in this first use case here. So diving into this one, this one's actually a great use case for abandoned cart. I'm not going to try and get too technical on y'all, but I do want to take a look at the data, kind of the sample data, right? Very first. So This sample data is coming right from your data warehouse. I can go hit refresh and it's going to pull in, live data as soon as I hit this refresh button, right? And so here's some kind of the recipient data of who we're sending the message to, and the context data of here's a few of the items that can be in their cart. Again, this is just our message product. So I go down here, I can see if once I scroll through, let me close this, sorry. Once I scroll through some of these test recipients, I can see how the message is changing, again, based off of their attributes, what carts, or what items are in their cart, etc. So I'll scroll through here. Jim had those few carts. This one's Spanish localization. So we keep scrolling through here. I think there's even like a coupon offer. Yep, here's a coupon provided in this one. So each type of recipient, again, based off of their attributes, off of their history, is going to have different personalization when it comes to these messages. So that's with the message product by itself. I want to take a look at, okay, now let's go to that second part of this use case of what does message plus engage look like. So we'll go to this next one over here. So here is a very cute little dog in a blanket. It's adorable. And I'll show you kind of, again, let's look at the data first. So here, really, we're not really pulling in a whole lot of data here. It is the person's email address, their first name, last name, and some sort of offer ID, right? I'll even scroll over here to show you there's nothing to display here either. What this going on in the background here is that this template is actually calling our Engage product to go through and pull down what are the current offers that I can go through and see, right? So we call Engage via the template to go give me offer ID of 1, and we see this again, all these details about offer ID of 1. So we can switch that to 2, right? And then again, we're going to see the exact same thing with 2. So in this case, it's dinnerware. Again, that's all being powered by Engage. Sorry, go ahead, Danielle.
Question here. So we just to make sure everyone's familiar. So when you're using Message Plus Engage, if you're using something like Movable Ink or a different integration to pull in these images, are we able to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's a great point. So Engage was purpose built for something like Movable Ink, right? So with Movable Ink, they're great, but sometimes they have problems with data access. So it's for the most robust integration, they recommend setting up some sort of API, right, to access your data. Well, with most companies, that can take 3 to 6 months, if not longer. But with Engage, with the way that we integrate with the data warehouse, with Engage, it takes as little as like 5-10 minutes, if even that. So it's so easy to go through and set up an Engage data set and to provide some of that information, not only to Movable Ink, but like, let's say you maybe use other message vendors like a Braze or Iterable or Airship even. They have some of that same functionality where they can call into Engage and get some of the same data as well.
Okay, awesome. So what I'm hearing is that we're able to call out we can flex to what our customers may need from us with MessageGears. And also if they want, using different types of context data to personalize these messages, we can pull information from anywhere using different types of context data.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can provide that data to others, again, Movable Ink, or if you need us to, we can reach out to, maybe you already have an API set up that we can reach out to a one-to-one as well to get that data for you.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah. And so that's our first use case. I want to dive now into our second use case, which is using our segment product, and specifically here, as we see the blueprint, to go through and prioritize offers based off of user criteria. So what you're looking at in this screen is you're actually looking at, again, a blueprint. Think of like the segmentation helper, right? That is, again, using a starting population, and then you're going through here to create different segments and different user criteria boxes to help define segments of things, to sub-segments or sub-audiences that you want to send messages to. And again, one of the cool things about this as well is not only are you defining criteria, but you can also actually add data as well. So in this case, we're actually appending on some data called segment ID and offer ID. We'll use those two newly created fields to help present those prioritized offers in the template or in the message itself.
And with labels, marketers can create those using their live data, but they're not gonna like get sent back to their database. They're not gonna mess up anything, you know, that no needs to worry the IT team. They're just able to iterate on their live data and make different, you know, really organize it here in MessageGears to be able to prioritize it and send it out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, but both, you know, you can do both. You can save those labels or not. We give you the option, right? So if you don't want to save those labels and you just want to keep them here, and you know, use them for your marketing or your external campaigns to, again, other vendors like you were saying before, Danielle, absolutely. Or if you want to persist those within your data for future campaign sends or for other channels that you're marketing to, you can do that as well.
Luke, I know a lot of retail marketers are probably looking at this and thinking like they have something in the neighborhood. You know, they're able to do kind of journeys and that kind of thing. But I'm curious, you know, thinking like the marketer, which I'm trying to do here, looking in here, like how rigid is that we're looking at there? Like if I wanted to make a change, how much work would it take me to change a module or to change the configuration of one of these? How difficult would that be for me to do?
Yeah, the blueprints are super easy to work with, I think. So, you know, again, if I can go in here and say, here's this recent purchaser segment or this target here, and this is the definition here is, okay, in this segment, we're going to look at or you know, qualify all users who have have purchased it within 90 days. And then for everyone who meets that, we're also going to kind of, again, assign these labels, right? This offer ID of 20% off to that user as well. But if I wanted to go through in here and change this to, you know, from 90 to 45, it's, you know, it's very easy to, right? It's just a, you know, a few clicks. I also, if I wanted to, maybe I want to segment further even off of this, right? So if I need to do that, I just come through here, add a new target, right? And it creates a new target, a new, you know, it creates a new tree flow. So it's extremely easy to do that, you know, through this tool. You know, we give you, you know, you can add nodes to the side, you know, down. It's a very nice tool to work with.
Great.
Awesome. I know this says weekly offers blueprint. I wanted to confirm here. If I have this scheduled using the MessageGears scheduling feature to send out this campaign, maybe once every Monday at 8 a.m., do I have to come back in here and refresh it every time before it gets sent out?
No, that's a great point. Yeah. So this is, again, as soon as you schedule this, or as soon as, you know, if you're launching this, you know, Monday at 9 a.m., as soon as this launches, this is going to pull your data at 9 a.m. It's going to go through, do the criteria and the segmentation, and then go through this blueprint at 9 a.m. So there's no need to sync this data, you know, at, you know, an hour before or anything like that. It will go through and run this criteria live.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get all the questions in from all of our viewers.
No, of course, of course. So that's, again, this is the blueprint side, right? This is kind of think about this as the data side or the segmentation side of who you're sending to, and again, what labels or what data you're appending as well. So I'll move on to the message or the template side. Again, what we did here is we actually took that weekly offers blueprint and we're taking that and again, grabbing some sample data from there. As you see, we have all these different fields. We actually have these additional fields at the very end here. Those labels, as I was talking about, the offer ID and the segment ID. And I'm going to show you how those are used to personalize. So in this case, really what they're, you know, every user, of course, is getting different coupon or different criteria based off of how the segments were done and how those labels were applied. So I can go through here and see how each message is, again, pulling in that 20% off, that 25% off, again, depending on the user's criteria, whether it's the loyalty level or if it's the, you know, how many times, you know, when was the last time they purchased. Again, you can decide all of that through Blueprint, and then you come in through here and just very easily take in whatever was applied on the Blueprint itself.
Great.
Awesome. These look amazing.
Yeah. That's the end of my demo. Any questions that you had, Danielle or Jeff, or anything that you're seeing?
No, I think we've answered all of the questions that have come in so far, unless Jeff has one.
No, I think we've gotten through everything that's come through.
So one
Okay.
thing again I want to mention is we showed the labels and what it means, and again with message, but again with blueprints, you can activate those, or you can use those labels again with whoever you want to integrate with, whether that's Facebook or Google or LiveRamp. Again, like we said earlier, you can send that data. That blueprint doesn't have to be used for a message, right? In our message product, that can go out to one of those external vendors as well.
Totally. Yes. Awesome. So, and our blueprint is in our MessageGears segment product, just for all of our new people. Then we have MessageGears Message, which is our ESP, and then MessageGears Engage, which gives you access to that real-time data that you can pull into your ESP. So, awesome. Well, if you want to throw it back to me, we'll
Of course.
put our last slide up here so everyone can reach out to MessageGears.
There you go.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for attending. We really appreciate it. If you have a question that comes to mind, want to go back and tell your team how awesome it was hearing from us today, feel free to reach out at sales@messagegears.com or check out our website, which is also messagegears.com. We have a ton of great content out there that may answer your questions or lead you to signing up for a demo. So, hope everyone has a great day.